There we go. Couple of texts coming through. Hi, TodayFM, about power. I know he's gone and overstepped the mark about NATO and women. He's got a big ego compared to Putin's biggest ego. Terribly, that I hope an apology is necessary. Watch this space. Thank you and have a good Mother's Day around the whole world. Samantha from Auckland. Oh, thanks, Samantha. Coming in. Very, very, very cool. Someone else went very political and strategic. It's only a share market ploy. That's why board members rebuy into the company, because they're going to have a good result. Or just watch the stock tank and then just double up and just long it. Oh, I see it. All right. Ask Robett time. Questions coming in. First question from Andy. If you've got a question, you can call through 0800 Today FM or text me through 3920. Ask me anything you want about, boomers or Putin or whatever it is. I may not have the right answer, but I'll definitely give you my opinion. But at least I've told you that. I probably don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, we'll continue. Andy from Auckland asks, how much should you pay for a website? Oh, well, that's a very insanely loaded question. But the good answer is if you just by yourself, it could be free. There's free templates that you can use from like a website, something like squarespace.com. This is not sponsored. I'm not an influencer. But if you go to a website like that, you can go to Squarespace. You can choose a bunch of different templates, all sorts of bits and pieces. So now even when it comes to, if you want to launch an e-commerce store and want to sell t-shirts, you want to sell whatever, you can go to a website like shopify.com and you can integrate it all in. Next thing you know, next minute you sound online and going everywhere, which is cool. Facebook Marketplace, you can do a similar type thing as well. But so many of the tech that exists out there now it's all templates. You can just drag and drop, change the color, do whatever you want. There's also places where you can get free logos and stuff on site. So if you go to a website called, I think it's called WithOmph, WITHOOMPH, and you literally say, I've got a building company and I I want hammers and nails, whatever it is. Artificial intelligence automatically can create a free logo for you as well. So if you're really, really cheap and you want it really, really free and really, really fast and really, really easy, simple one would be go to squarespace.com for that, plug in your Shopify, go get your free logo from WithOmph, and you're off to the races. You're welcome. If you've got a question, feel free to call through, text through, whatever. Next question is from Peter in Auckland as well. Have you got any rules around the ideal length of videos to be on certain platforms? Okay, so you're creating content, you want to put it out. One of the most interesting things in terms of data consumption, which you may or may not realize in the last little bit, is the insane growth of, say, specifically like YouTube clips, TikTok, everything else. Shorter form is winning even more so. There are like 7-second audio clips which are going viral on TikTok just by putting like some type of frame over it with this thing. It's getting shorter and shorter. Unfortunately, it's like we're becoming like little goldfish. It's like every 5 seconds, like next. And we are just like driven into this dopamine hit of consume. So the answer at a macro would be shorter. Shorter is better. But in saying that, there's also others which are going super, super deep, long form, the other side with like multi-hour long podcasts and stuff, which they're putting onto Spotify as well. So if you're wanting to do something like that, you can go to a website called anchor.fm and you can just upload your little podcast and go everywhere, including like YouTube, iTunes and everywhere. It does that all as well. So depends on what type of content, but also just remember that storytelling is always going to win. Always going to win. I mean, you watched Game of Thrones on a illegal stream on a 4-inch iPhone for years. If it's a 3-hour episode, you're watching that. Someone just texted through. They said, "Hey, bro, what was that free logo site?" It was called WithOmph. So one word, WITHOOMPH. I think it's like 2 O's in the middle. WithOmph, and it's free, totally free. It uses artificial intelligence. This is not sponsored, once again, not an influencer, but you can get a free logo for whatever. And I've also used it for little fun things that I've done around as well. So that is the logo for the free website. So cheers for texting in. Hey, good getting some text. Hopefully trying to add some value for your day. And then last one here before we get to the top of the hour is from Ben from Monaco. Kia ora. Firstly, I want to say thank you for creating your book. It has been life-changing. Oh, thanks, Ben. Appreciate that. Question, would you have any other recommendations for a book that added any value in the way yours has to me? So, Tech just came back. Cheers, man. Keep up the great work. My man. Appreciate it. Yes. How to Win Friends and Influence People from Dale Carnegie. There's an amazing, great book. It's an old school, but it's a goodie. That is 100% what I'd be doing. Coming up in the next hour, Kiwi TV legend Jason Gunn talks about LinkedIn, content, a whole bunch more. Incoming Reserve Bank Chief Economist Paul Conway, and more. See you in a sec, team.